Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have a story titled, I, 33 male, found out that my ex, 33 female, was cheating on me with multiple men. Before we get into the video, just wanted to remind you of the Patreon channel. The link is in the description. I get to read more stories over there, especially explicit ones. Things I can't say on YouTube, so if that sounds interesting, head down to the link and check it out. With that being said, we'll just get straight into the story. A bit of background first. My ex and I have been best friends since the age of 15. From the moment we met, we were completely inseparable. We actually didn't get together as a couple until we were 24. So 10 years later, okay. But she's my oldest and closest friend and has been the most important person in my life, one way or another, for my entire life. As the title says, I found out that during our relationship, she cheated on me with many other men. I first heard something from a mutual friend of ours who told me that he was disappointed with some of her behaviour. He wouldn't tell me the details, so I asked her myself and she decided to come clean about what really happened during the 7 years while we were together. Damn. Even though the friend didn't disclose the information, he gave him a reason to go and ask about it and have a suspicion. Because imagine, she ain't going to tell him unless he brought it up. But over the course of one horrifying, devastating evening, she told me everything. Every man she had cheated on me with, who they were, how she met them, where and when they had intercourse, how many times they had intercourse, and even details of some of the more extreme sexual acts she engaged in with them. Some were just one-night stands, but others she went back to multiple times. It seems like they're not together anymore, which is good because, oh my. All of the intercourse was unprotected, putting both her health and mine at risk. One of the other men even got her pregnant. You're joking. You're actually joking. At the time, she told me that the baby was mine, but insisted that she would get an abortion. Together we went through the painful process of aborting what I believed was my child. Nah. Ain't no way they're together anymore. She was able to cheat on me so many times because of a job. She works in hospitality. In brackets, think hotels, restaurants. And so used to work late/odd hours and go out very late nights with her colleagues. I wouldn't see her on those evenings or know where she was. She told me that she kept her phone in her bag on these nights and told me not to expect any replies if I tried to message or call her. It's sad because you obviously had so much trust in her that you're like, okay. She never told any of her colleagues that she had a partner, despite being with me for many years. So none of them thought she was doing anything wrong. In her own words, she wanted to have her cake and eat it. Enjoy the single life while also being in a serious long-term relationship with me. I just can't believe he had obviously so much trust, which makes it sad because he obviously has so much trust in her to just let her do these things. Obviously not let her cheat. He didn't know about that, but like let her go out and like not worry about texting him, messaging him, calling him, all that kind of stuff. Like they were fine. We broke up a couple of years ago after a long battle of trying to convince her to curb her partying habits and went back to being close friends. Regardless, what she told me left me completely devastated. Oh my god. For the first week after she told me, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't concentrate on anything at all, and would just burst into tears whenever I was alone. When I did sleep, my dreams were terrible nightmares of her engaging in some of the acts she described to me with other men. It was so incredibly painful to find out that she had done all of this, especially since I have always told her that cheating was the one thing in a relationship that I could never tolerate. Oh, surely you're not her friend anymore. It's now been many months since I found out, and I'm still really struggling. Only now do I feel able to even talk about this. I find myself filled with a deep, overwhelming sadness every single day. Thoughts of her are still the first thing on my mind when I wake up in the morning and the last on my mind at night. If I don't have something to distract me during the day, thoughts of her will fill my head. Even though the relationship was already over when she told me, it now feels like the whole relationship was a lie. I've had those 7 years of my life taken from me and I've lost my best friend too. That's the thing though, it was a lie. She was lying to you, she was cheating on you, she wasn't faithful to you, she wasn't loyal. So it was a lie. Like, you don't actually know what was real, what was not. If she could lie that bad about all the stuff she did, who knows what she hasn't actually told you. And it's also quite sad because it's his best friend as well. Thoughts about her and what she did still dominate my mind. They completely destroyed my confidence and are causing huge disruption in my job and other personal relationships. Any comments or thoughts on how I can cope with the situation would be much appreciated. Okay, so there's an edit. Firstly, I just want to say such a huge thank you to everyone who has taken the time to leave a message about this. I wasn't quite sure what the reaction would be, but I have been completely overwhelmed by how thoughtful, sympathetic, constructive, and encouraging the replies have been. Like I said, Reddit's a great place for that. I've read every single comment and I'm going to try to reply to some of the more frequent suggestions and questions here. A few of you have asked if I'm still speaking to her. The answer is no, not currently. We stayed in contact for a couple of months after she told me, but I found it too hard, and so we agreed to break contact, and that I would contact her again if/when I felt able to. The past few months have shown me that I don't think that this can happen. I don't think she even deserves to have you in her life. What's the use of having a relationship in any sense with someone that wasn't loyal to you when you were meant to be like each other's soulmate kind of thing? You know what I mean? I couldn't trust her as a friend anymore either. Okay, regarding the suggestions that I've received. So the first suggestion is cut all contact with her. I'm working on it. We don't share any social media now, and I have treated myself to a new phone which will be completely free of her. The second thing was get into therapy. Done. I've been in therapy for months now. My therapist has been great and has definitely helped me get over the very worst of this. That's good. The third thing is get checked for STDs. I did this the week that I found out. I insisted that she got checked too. It turns out that she hadn't checked herself the entire time that we were together. Thankfully, we both came back clean. 4. Get out and exercise/hit the gym. I'm not normally the fitness type, but at the point that I found out, I started exercising every single day. It was the only thing I could do to combat the nervous energy I was constantly filled with and keep my cortisol levels from going sky high. I've fallen out of the habit now somewhat, but I'll get back into it. That's one good thing about the gym. You can release so much in the gym, and it's such a healthy way to do it, unless you're like going overboard with weights and stuff like that, of course, or like, you know, there's obviously bad to it if you are abusing it, but the gym can be such a good outlet for people. Okay, so the fifth thing says vent to people about this. I've done this a little bit. I've got some close friends that I've been able to talk to about this, but I've been a bit hesitant to talk about it too much, simply because I feel too much shame and guilt for having let someone trick me like this. This is actually one of the reasons why I made this post in the first place. I really need to find a way to speak about what happened in a way that didn't really embarrass me. I get why you would feel that, but I hate that for the people that get cheated on when they feel like it's a shameful thing, an embarrassment for them. Realistically, it shouldn't. Like, people are so good at hiding things and lying. It's just, it should never be on you. Okay, so the sixth and the last thing, see her for what she really is. Understand that the image of her that I built up in my mind and the person that she really is are two completely different people. I am going to make sure I keep this in mind. Yeah, that's true. I love when you see a bit of the Redditors comments back in the edits and stuff, because sometimes I don't even think of some of the advice that people give, and then it ends off with saying thank you all again for the kind and supportive words. It's really helping me work through this. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's good that he's in therapy, he got checked, and he's found an outlet. I hope that venting into a post form on Reddit is enough for him to kind of get over his chest and maybe help him realize it's not an embarrassment for him. People are just so good at lying. Don't mean anything about you. And you should not be ashamed for being so trustful in somebody else that you think that you can trust. People are just so good at hiding and lying. I said that already like 3 times, but it's the truth. Especially hiding their true selves. A lot of people can hide their true selves very easily, and it's a bit scary, honestly. There's not much else I can say about this. It's quite a short one today. So yeah, sorry if it's a bit of a short one today, but I hope it was still good. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget about the Patreon channel. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you in another video, guys. Bye!